Okay, so I took the NASM CPT test again and passed it this time. But my previous video, I was talking about the things that are on it, and more specifically, the things that aren't. The test is different every time, which for some reason I just figured it'd be the same. I don't know, looking back, probably, of course, they change it. Um, if you watch my first video, it's still, I mean, there's still information in there that's good, but just be aware that I said like for sure this is on it and like for sure this isn't on it on some things. And the second time around, there was about, I don't know, maybe maximum like 40 questions that were the same. And so and just know that I said like this isn't on it, and I don't think necessarily anything I said that said wasn't on it in the first one was on it the second time, but still the questions were different, and I bet there's a lot of other variations of the test too. So, um, you know that when I say it's off or it's not on the test, it might be on the test, or if I said this is on it, it might not be on the test. So, a couple other things that I like. One thing I didn't mention before at all, and that kind of stumped me on this one too. They were talking about subjective questions, and I wasn't really sure what that means, so look into that. I just chose like the one that was different than all the other ones, but pretty much, I spent like a month and a half maximum studying for this second or the first time, and I failed it by 2 points. So, um, you know, just look at how the questions are worded. Try to think about how NASM might want you to answer the questions, not necessarily what you think is right, like a morally or anything, but um, if you just study the study guide, if you just make sure you got everything from the 48-page study guide, which is real easy to look through and everything, you should be good. Make sure you know all the different numbers for like sets and reps and stuff for the different phases of the OPT model stages, and make sure you know one other thing that was just like all the overhead squat assessment, single leg squat assessment, all that. Know like if your feet turn out, if your knees turn in, if your knees go out, like just know all that. And if you look at all of them on the study guide, it's pretty much like it shows uh like a lot of the same ones are in like gluteus maximus, gluteus medius. Those are pretty much only in the underactive, I think. So just know that, if what is underactive, it's not going to be gluteus maximus is probably, it might be one of them because there's none of them that are on like overactive glutes, and that might be wrong. But just look through it yourself, study the study guide, and obviously read the book too. But pretty much everything seems to be on the study guide, but there's I'm sure there's a lot of stuff that's in the book too. So, and the book is a useful resource and it goes a lot more in depth than the study guide does. But um, it's pretty common sense looking back at it. I mean, I failed it twice. I failed it for the first time, and I don't even know what I got the second time. It just says pass. And they don't. I wish that they would let you know which ones you got wrong, but I guess it makes sense that they don't, because then you could like just put it out there for everyone to read. But yeah, that's kind of frustrating how they don't tell you what you got wrong, because now you could think that you got one right and then be telling your patients and stuff, um, something. But um, and then just good luck. I mean, I don't know what else to say. Study the study guide, read the book, and pass the test. I failed it the first time. Oh, another thing, it's $200 to take it again if you fail it, and so I just was like, ooh, that's a little steep for me. And then they were like, all right, hold on, let me talk to somebody. I'll put you on hold. And then they came back and dropped $100. So it was $100. So not the end of the world, but man, it feels a lot better when they say congratulations instead of just not telling you your score and then giving you the paper and having you freak out in your car when you get out. So good luck. Try to pass it the first time around. It was pretty nice, honestly, failing it the first time, because it continued my study and made me. I mean, the whole test process was a good study in itself, um, a good form of studying. But yeah, read the study guide, read the book, and pass the test. Good luck.